You guys go ahead.
Sean, what's the status of the tight ends, and then also it looks like Austin or Cooper were out there during this.
Yeah, so the tight ends are making good progress. It's one of those deals where they're just dealing with being a little bit banged up. We're going to use all the time that we do have, but we are optimistic that those guys, if they continue to progress at the rate that they are, they'll be ready to go. And then with Austin and Cooper, they just both, got the little stomach bug. It is contagious, so kept those guys at home, but we're hopeful that it'll just be a 24-hour thing and get them up to speed tomorrow.
Do you expect them to play?
I do, yeah.
Did Johnny Mudd hurt himself in practice?
He did. He just got a little strain in practice yesterday, but I was actually just talking to him. He's feeling much better, and I think being able to have as much time as we do before kickoff will be good for him to be able to participate.
What kind of problems does Khalil Mack present for an offense and for you as a play caller?
Yeah, I mean, he's a great player that can disrupt the game in so many ways. He's versatile enough to be able to move all over the place as well. He can rush from the right side. He can rush from the left side. I mean, you've seen him used in coverage. So, he's the combination of all the things you're looking for from one of those elite edge players. Plays well against the run. Plays, he's excellent when he's rushing the passer. And like I just said, he can still play in some coverage, principles for them. He's a phenomenal player. You definitely have to account for him and know where he is on every single snap. And what makes them even, that much more difficult is you got a great player in Khalil Mack, but then you got a bunch of other great players around him. So it's a great challenge. It's why they've been a great defense, for the last few years.
Sean, how do you think you would react if someone ripped off Jared's helmet and hit him over the head with it? I mean, how do you react to that?
Yeah, I think you don't ever like to see anything like that for our game, but that was another situation right there. I just think for what we want, for just the overall NFL approach, things like that, and the brand, and kind of what I know every team wants to epitomize. Those are tough things to be able to watch, and I don't think anyone would disagree that that's not something we want to see.
Have you ever seen anything that violent in a game before?
I haven't. I was sitting there kind of watching it as we're kind of wrapping up the night last night, and when it occurred, it kind of catches you off guard, and it was unfortunate to see that.
Do you talk to the team about on-field behavior and that kind of thing preemptively?
Yeah, and I think in a lot of instances, kind of the daily approach that we take specific to the standards, the expectations, some of the things that we value, I think in a lot of instances those things are understood. But we certainly use different things that occur in this game as teaching moments and ways to educate our players, and it serves a good benefit for all of us. But yes, we talk about those things, and I think those are things that are very important, for consistency over time.
Is last night's thing something that was discussed today?
You know what? It wasn't something that we talked about. I think, obviously guys are talking about it amongst one another, but I think they know, kind of what our expectations are when things like that arise.
Sean, have you gotten any closer to a decision about what the offensive line might look like, or is that something that we may not know until?
Yeah, we have a good idea, in terms of what it all looks like. But, even today with Austin being out, you shuffle some guys around. So I think those are things that are kind of settling in. And like I said, we're hopeful that Austin's going to be able to go and that it is just a 24-hour bug. But there's things that have come up before that you can never surely anticipate. And that's why you kind of have to have all parties on deck ready to go. But if he is ready, we kind of have an idea.
Who would be, if he wasn't able to play, or if he started to play but couldn't continue, who are some of the people that might?
Yeah, we got some guys like Bobby Evans. Demby's been able to play that swing tackle position. Coleman Shelton can play really inside, and then that enables David Edwards to be able to move outside, or Corbett. So, we've got a lot of guys that are those guard tackle bodies. So we'll find out on Sunday.
Do you have any concerns about 3 first-year starters on the line and Jared back there and making sure Jared stays healthy through all this?
No, I think what you got to do is you got to trust these guys to go play, and I think they've had a good week of preparation. I think we always want to be smart with some of the things that we're doing, and that's a collective and a collaborative effort. But no, I don't think you can ever go into the game like that. I think it's important for coaches, players, everybody to trust one another. Let's go compete to the best of our ability and go let it all hang out.
When you look for the elements to get the offense really back on track the way it was the last couple of years, you guys go through builds. What are the elements that are eluding the most?
Yeah, I mean, there's a lot of different things. I think the consistent thing is, the consistency, being able to run the football, and then eliminating the penalties where you move yourself back by the self-inflicted wounds. But there's so many different things in each game. I could go through a lot of things for you. We've had some different lineups, different reasons why, but ultimately it's about us getting it done and figuring out. And the Bears game represents that next opportunity.
With running it, sometimes does it ever become an issue? Okay, we just have to do it, even if it's not working, just to try to establish it.
In some instances, I think you do. You have an appreciation that each play is so important throughout the course of the game, and you don't ever want to just really feel like you're wasting plays, but I would say that based on the flow of the game, and in some instances based on what you're trying to get done, there might be some opportunities where you feel like, all right, let's get a good, tough, physical downhill run and try to get some efficient yards, even if it might not be that premier look that you're looking for.
Are you comfortable with the possibility this would be a defensive struggle on Sunday? I think a lot of people expect that and think you might have to win a largely low-scoring game.
Yeah, I think we're comfortable with whatever we feel like we need to do to win the football game. And that's one of the things that you continue to learn is, all right, with this specific approach, it's about putting all three phases together, and it's about winning as a team. And that's the most important thing. And we do have an approach that we'd like to see how the game plays out, in an ideal setting for us. Things always don't go according to plan. But if that's the case and we end up coming away with the win, we would take it however we end up getting that. All right. Thank you, guys.